Alright, so another anticipated releases video. I don't do these very often. I think I did my first one back in January, and I like doing it now that I read more arcs, because it can help me tell you what arcs I have on my plate for the next 6 months, because I do try to sort of schedule that. I definitely read more releases than I say on my anticipated, at least right now. It's just, I love reading the new books. It gets me very excited. And so I figure, here we go. Second half of the year, July to December, what are the books on my radar? And if you have any sci-fi specifically end of the year 2021 releases, let me know, because I have a few, but that was the hardest for me to find ones that really interested me. So I'm very curious. I'm really up to date on fantasy, but not so much on sci-fi. So we're gonna get into it though, and this is gonna be roughly chronological order unless I messed up on my piece of paper. In that case, I apologize. But the first one is She Who Became the Sun. This is supposed to be released July 20th, and I'm really excited for it. I mean, I already have an arc. I have not read it yet. I am hoping to love it. So far, the new fantasy releases this summer have been just A+. So I'm really hoping this also is. I'm a little nervous because it also seems to be military fantasy, and I've read a lot of that recently, so I'm just hoping I'm not burnt out on that. But I think it's handling it in a different way based off some reviews I've seen around, so I'm excited for this one. The hook for it, people keep saying Mulan and Song of Achilles. I don't really know if I believe that, but I'm down for strong female protagonists and tragedy on the level of Greek tragedy, if that's what this means. I'm down for it. I also know that it's, I think, based off a Chinese dynasty. I don't know if it's the Ming dynasty. And even if it is that, I don't remember anything about that. I'd have to look it up. And I haven't decided if I want to look up stuff about what it's based on before or after reading it. But I am, excited. I'm very excited for this one. This one's probably the one I'm most excited to get to. And then all of my next releases are September. September is a big month for me. I'm overwhelmed with September. But let's start with Certain Dark Things by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is actually a reprint, so it's already out in the world, but I don't think it's been in print for a long time, so this is a reprint, and they had arcs for it on NetGalley, so I got it. So coming out September 7th, I believe, and this looks like it has vampires. I don't know much else. It looks like it has vampires, maybe. I don't think it's a noir vibe. I think I'm getting that mixed up with a different release that she has coming out. But yeah, so it seems like it's going to be urban fantasy with vampires, and the cover is awesome and really intriguing. I have a really mixed relationship with Silvia Moreno Garcia works, where I really like Gods of Jade and Shadow, but I don't love it, and I love / I'm a little bit better with Mexican Gothic, but that's also just not my genre. I was oh, this is really fun. I never read this atmospheric, creepy read sort of thing. And I also don't usually read urban fantasy. So we will see how her take on vampires and urban fantasy works for me. I am optimistic. We'll see what happens. Bare minimum, I think I'll like it. I don't expect to love her works, because I think there's just a disconnect with me and her writing style and with characters, but for all I know, it could be fantastic. I have no clue. And then we have I think it's a standalone. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's an adult fantasy by Zoraida Cordova, and it is The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina. I think I'm saying that right. I'm so excited. So I really like Zoraida Cordova's works. I mean, I've only read one. I've read Incendiary, and I'm super pumped to get to Illusionary, and that's a young adult duology that she has out there. And this one, I'm just very intrigued. I think it has to do with family. I mean, the only reason why I haven't looked anything up and I knew I was going to read it hands down is it's a Latinx adult fantasy. We all know that I am searching for those, and I will read all of them. That's what I will do. And that's what happened. I saw it and I'm ooh, adult fantasy, Latina author, boom, I got it. So I don't know anything else, so sorry about that. If you're trying to come here for knowledge, this is more what's on my radar and what I plan to read. So, but the cover is gorgeous, and she keeps talking about on Twitter how she's poured so much of herself into it. So I'm really excited, and I think also intrigued that it might be a standalone, because I want to be finding more standalone books to recommend to people, because they are such gems in the fantasy world, right? Everything's the start of a series, which is fantastic, but sometimes you want a standalone. All right, next up on September 14th, we have First Light by Casey Berger. This is someone I went to college with, wrote a sci-fi trilogy, and I just found out that A, all the covers are released, and B, it's going to be September's a book, October's a book, November's a book. So if I really like this series, the whole trilogy is going to be out this fall, and I cannot wait. I don't remember the plot for this. I know it's a sci-fi series. I think it's going to have a strong female protagonist. I just remember seeing the cover and being like, I want to read that. And she's like someone like what I do remember when we used to work together in college, like really hardworking. So like I have a feeling this is going to be a quality work, and I hope I really like it. I have an arc for this, so it's on my radar, and one of the few sci-fi books I found that I actually was intrigued for this fall season. And then for September 28th, I have Summer Sons. This is outside my comfort zone. But it's, again, speculative fiction by a Latinx author, I'm pretty sure. And this is kind of, I think, almost horror. I mean, especially based off this cover that you guys are seeing. But I was really interested in it, and so I requested it, and they said yes. So it's a book I'm going to be reading, and maybe I can recommend it for the spooky season coming up if I really like it. Next one I have an arc for, Flowers for the Sea. This comes out, I believe, this is October 19th. And this is a novella. It seems like it's gothic fantasy, similar to Sorrowland by River Solomon, which is really good. So it gave me those vibes. This cover looks phenomenal. It's a novella. I requested it. They said yes. Here I am. And hopefully I really like it. And I'm going to try. But I'm not saying that this is happening, but if I can read it before October, maybe I can recommend it as like a good like spooky atmospheric read for the season. We shall see. And then we've got November, which November is always a big month for fantasy. November is always insane. It used to be that I was just in my little world of Sanderson, and all I did was just get the Sanderson releases, which there is one of those. But now I have so many other authors, and it's just like such a month. I think they know that everyone's about to go into like winter holiday mode and just read books and ignore their family or something. But the first one I want to talk about, and the cover release happened like the day I'm filming, but like you're not seeing this for a minute, but it's The Bone Shard Emperor, the sequel to The Bone Shard Daughter, which I did have a fun time with. It was a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I had a great book club chat with some friends. The world is so cool. I love a world that is creepy and we don't know a lot and it's not acting appropriately. That's definitely here. We have a lot of great characters. There's an animal companion. There's magic. There's rebellion. It's great. I also like the setting. It's like, I feel like I didn't know this, but there's a bunch of islands. And it's mostly like these islands are very far apart, so you have to like travel between them on boats and things. Like it's not like a continent, which I think is just really cool, and I don't read a lot in fantasy. And where things left off in Bone Shard Daughter, I am very excited to read The Bone Shard Emperor before it all leaves my mind. So that's happening early November. Thankfully, it's early. So that's November 9th. Also on November 9th, we have The Undertakers, which is the sequel to The Conductors, which is a book I reviewed earlier this year. And I really enjoyed it. I do think that in order to like this series, you have to like the characters. It's very much reminds me of like a serialized TV show drama where you have the detective team solving cases. And I don't know, for me at least, whether or not I like that depends on if I like the characters. And I liked these two characters. Like, I thought their basically relationship sort of slow burn romance, even though when you meet them, they're married. I loved following that, and I thought the setting was really great. Like, I never read anything in Reconstruction era America, and that's where this takes place. So I'm happy to have the arc. The arc just went up on NetGalley. I requested it, I got it, so I'm hoping I like this as much as I liked The Conductors. All right, the next one's November 23rd, I believe, and this is the Sanderson. This is Cytonic, which I keep forgetting is coming out, because realistically, although I'm anticipating it, I might not read it in 2021. This might be a 2022 read for me. Just because, I think I might be getting it for birthday or Christmas, so I'm not going to get it for a while because my stepdad typically buys me these books. That's like the tradition, is he buys me the Sanderson book. Also, like, I don't know, I have like such a mixed relationship with Sanderson's young adult releases. Like, I like this series. It's a solid 4-star series, but I don't love it, and like, I also know it's not the last book, so it's like, I hope it ends in a good spot. So I'm excited for it. I really do want to see what happens because the second book had like a cliffhanger and I still need to figure out what happened to like my favorite character. So in that way, I'm really curious, but also decisions he made separated us from some character interactions that I really loved. And so I don't think we're fixing that anytime soon. Like, I know he has a plan of doing kind of these like audio dramas or other novelette things to get perspectives back into the story. If you want to know more, he has a blog where he talks about it. So I am anticipating it, but this is one that I'm not promising to read this year. Like, I don't know if it's going to happen right away because I might not get it till late in the year, and I just have a mixed relationship with this series in general. All right, the next one's Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. I think this comes November 30th, I think. That's what I found on Amazon. All of these I find on Amazon US edition. So if I'm wrong, it's because they're wrong. Can't blame me. I mean, you can, but it's not my fault. Jade Legacy, guys. So I've read the first two. I have a should you read for the series and everything. And I think everyone should know that these like are good, but they're not as fast paced as I feel like everyone seems to portray in their videos. Like, I think they're very slow burn family dramas, and I think they're fantastic for that, especially with like the gang stuff and the magic. So if you like that slow burn character interactions, and if you like the characters, they are awesome. And I'm excited to reread them and then get to Jade Legacy, and they're going to look so pretty on the shelves. It's going to be great. And also a sequel that's coming out. This is the last one on my list for December 7th. The sequel to The Mask of Mirrors, The Liar's Knot. I think that's what it's called. I don't think we have a cover yet. Maybe by the time I'm editing this, there will be a cover. That would be fantastic, right? I love The Mask of Mirrors. This was the first arc I ever read. I have a review. I have a live show. Well, I don't have it. Leslie from the Nerding Narrative has a live show for The Mask of Mirrors. Love, love, love this book. And when I found out in the same year that I read it, there was going to be a sequel, I can't wait. I can't wait to reread The Mask of Mirrors. I'm already like so pumped to be cozy with a blanket with like Vargo and Ren and Lieto. I'm so excited. I feel like that's the one where like I had like my personal best pleasure read experience was when I was reading The Mask of Mirrors this year. It's not like a perfect book for me. It's like 4.5 stars. But like in terms of like pleasure read experience, that was so good. Yeah. So I'm very excited for The Liar's Knot and seeing what new things we learn in that book and more character interactions and just all the things. I'm really hoping I like it. I hope I don't hype it up too much in my head. Like, I hope it meets my expectations. So that's this video. Sorry if you just heard a cat meow. He's being a real needy baby right now, so I probably have to pause my filming session to go snuggle him. But if you made it this far and want to leave an emoji, leave something in the color of jade. So like something green for the Greenbone Saga, because I could have done a mask like I've done way too many times recently. But I'm switching it up. And let me know, like I said, if you have any sci-fi for the latter half of the year, I want to know, because I don't know. I just like when I was looking, it's like maybe no one's released their like sci-fi books that are coming out yet. Like I couldn't find stuff that like was like my buzzwords. So let me know all those things, and like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.